Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to explain a Russian fantasy action movie called Beyond the Edge. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film opens with a guy named Michael, a con artist, working in a casino to analyze the possibility of looting it. One day Michael goes under the name of Christian. When he serves as a waiter, he wears fake hair and a prosthetic nose in order to meet his observations with his goals. Michael helps other employees in fixing shuffle machines. Mainly he serves some high-profile clients regularly and keeps his ears open during their private conversations to analyze the mind of a gambler and the possible tricks and moves they can make during gambling. After 3 months of staying sharp at the casino, Michael wears another disguise and enters the casino. The first thing that he does is to hack into the shuffling machines and press a button from a device that begins raining the cards on every table. Michael takes advantage of the diversion and goes to one of the poker tables where Diana, the girl he admires, is setting up the game. During the 3-month period he had observed her from a closer angle and had also attached a magnetic device to the craps table. This is how he is able to get the numbers on the dice according to the game and wins 60,000 euros. Now that he has a big amount, he infiltrates one of the old rich guy's rooms. He drugs him and takes his VIP card so that he can make his way to the VIP room where the bets can win him good fortune. On his way, he purposefully goes to the service elevator and used the screw to loosen up the operating kit. When the door opens, a guy comes with a pile of cards that would be sent to the high table. He starts shouting at the employee, making him puzzled and clueless about the con he is about to display. Midway, he operates the lift system through the software on his phone and gets the elevator to stop and black out for a minute. During that time, he is able to switch the cards with his made cards and keep shouting at the employee so that he stays distracted. Michael finally enters the VIP room and selects the first table where all of the rich guys are sitting together. What he once served in red under shadows. Michael wears a pair of digital shades which helped him read the numbers on the cards which he has switched on the elevator. Since he is a mastermind, he gives the elite the illusion that they're winning the bet simultaneously so that he could get them to bet higher. Once their trust is built in their luck and they place higher bets, he beats them and wins the big fish. By the time Michael gets the other guy to bet all his money, a strange man appears and joins them. Everyone bets their entire money, including Michael, since it was his final plan. Strangely, Michael's cards change his numbers at the last minute, which causes him to lose all his money to the strange dude who had just appeared. The guy takes the %1,000,000 and leaves immediately. Michael runs after him and pushes him against the wall and threatens him to give back his money, but the guy shapeshifts into him and somehow manages to escape while leaving Michael in the hands of the security. Michael has taken to the owner of the casino, who has mistaken him for stealing the 5 million. He gives him a 7-day deadline to hand him back his money. Michael appears super confused by what has happened. Within a few hours he goes across the country to see his friend and Leon, who worked at a casino that's built inside a crashed plane covered in snow. There he talks to Leon about the mysterious thing that happened to him the day before. Leon sheds light on people with paranormal abilities that come with the help of magic. According to Michael's story, Leon predicts that the guy who conned him might have the ability to change people's perception, and that is how he messed with Michael's head and made him think he had the right cards, whereas it was quite the opposite. In reality, Michael has a hard time believing him. On the other side, Alex, who is con Michael, goes to the guy he was working for. He hands in the briefcase full of $5 million. His dealer shows him an amulet and asked him to teach him the magic that he has, but Alex doesn't agree. He tells the dealer to arrange a partner who's passionate about him and the work he does in order to obtain the magic, or else he will get stuck within his subconsciousness and may never come out. Back in the crash plane casino, Michael uses Leon's X-Files to trace people with supernatural abilities and decides to form a team to pull the biggest con in history. He first meets up with Eric, a rich daddy's boy with the ability to move things with his mind. Once he gets Eric on board, he goes to collect Tony, who can control electronic devices into wonders beyond one's imagination. To collect the third guy, Michael goes to the mental asylum and needs Kevin, a hypnotist, but an autistic one. He gets Eric's help to break out Kevin from the asylum. Since the authorities weren't letting go of him, the team finally enacts their mastermind plan, where each member, except Michael, is seen traveling through their subconscious minds to make the things happen that Michael asks for. However, their plan is not aligned and no one can get the command right until Michael screams at them. This leaves them no choice but to visit the great mind reader Tomorrow, an older woman. When Michael arrives, he witnesses Tomorrow's funeral and gets hopeless. Luckily, he gets to save Tomorrow's granddaughter Veronica from the people that were after her for some advances and gets her on his team since she can read minds too. On the other hand, Alex is seen teaching his dealer the art of con by stealing a painting worth millions. Michael unites Veronica with his team and gets Veronica to demonstrate her powers. She manages to block people's thoughts outside a mirror in her subconscious mind and only allows Michael's team's thoughts to come with her. She passes on Michael's commands to the rest of the team members' heads and gets them to create a huge diversion in the crowd. Now that the team is fully ready, Michael takes Veronica to a store and gets her wardrobe changed. That night, the team finally crashes at a casino individually and sets up on different games. They have a good time working as a team without being noticed, though Eric's drinking problem and Tony's jackpot winning craziness almost got them in trouble. Michael takes care of the situation with Kevin and Veronica's house. He gathers the team in an elevator and puts some sense in them. That night they win a lot of bucks and gets out of there without any suspicions made. However, there were only 2 days left for Michael to arrange $5 million, or else the casino owner was going to kill him. The team hits the beach where they play charades around the bonfire, but Veronica has trouble adjusting. On the other hand, the dealer gets information from Alex about Michael. Alex, however, happens to know everything about Michael and informs his dealer that he's gathered a team of psychedelics to rob casinos, which amazes him. In a disappointed tone, the dealer tells Alex that he thought Michael would come to him for help in the situation he was put in, but instead he found another way to help him get out. He then uses an idiom to suggest that he should go to Michael if he isn't coming to him. On Michael's end, he is stopped by Victor and his men during a car chase where they make it look like they've killed Michael and taken his team back to their regular lives. Though Michael insists on taking back their money, they still want him dead. The scene switches and the biggest mystery reveals itself when Michael is united with a dealer who is working with Alex. It is unveiled that the dealer is none other than Michael's father, and he was the one to plant Alex and Michael's life so that he would come to his father begging for help. Michael, who hasn't seen his father in a decade, becomes furious and tries to hit him, but his father's men stopped him anyhow. Michael leaves and shows up at Victor's casino where he has held his team captive. Victor has made the boys the casino waiters. He gives them half-hour recess to fill their guts. That's when they find Michael in the bathroom in a plumber's costume. They become excited and hopeful about their lives getting back on track. Michael thinks of a plan to escape, but he finds out that Veronica has locked herself in her subconsciousness because she didn't want to work for Victor and is now being held in a guarded room in a state of coma. The boys' plan begins when they purposefully revolt against Victor so that they can be sent to the chamber where he beats people up. Once the guards take the boys to that rotten cell, Michael, who is in disguise as a security guard, frees the boys and takes them to the main safe where they plan on stealing their $5 million. Michael gives the boys 5 minutes and goes to rescue Veronica. He throws a bombshell outside the room to distract the guard. The guard faints. Instead, he puts on a gas mask and takes Veronica out on the other side. Tony helps Eric shut down the red beam alarm and allows him to go near the safe to break the passcode. However, Eric's first wrong attempt at opening the safe alerts the guards and Victor as the security heads toward the elevators to catch them. The elevator stops working because of the jammers Michael had placed in earlier. When they take the stairs, the guards get shot by one of their own members that was hypnotized by Kevin. Finally, Eric manages to open the safe. Once they got in, Tony puts in an encryption that goes against Victor's access in the chamber. Michael insists on being sent to his subconscious memory so that he can bring Veronica back. No one helps him out, saying he can never make it out of his subconscious mind alive. When he begs Cabin, his heart softens and he sends into his submemory, which is nothing but an empty space filled with voices that are probably the biggest source of his traumas. Miraculously, Michael is able to open a door. He gets into an open field where he almost gets killed by a snow blizzard. The field has a number of doors aligned to Jason beside one another, and the entire galaxy can be seen from the sky. Michael sits and calls for Veronica. Suddenly, her hometown starts to emerge from the ashes where he finds Veronica trapped in a mystical sphere. He tries to talk to her, but fails. He finally uses his mind to put Veronica back in the situation where she was being chased by some agents and takes Michael's hands to save herself. This time she doesn't take Michael's hand and tells him that he's probably dead, because no normal human can do that. At last he convinces her by confessing his love and manages to send her back to real life through a door, but he stays behind, promising her that he will find another way to come back there. It is revealed that he took his father's help. When he was brought to him, his father had told him about Alex and had also given him a compass that helps people come out of their subminds through back doors, as Michael was stuck in his subconscious business. Alex shows up and revisits the memory where Michael was being shot by Victor's men there. Alex allows Michael to know his potential and allows him to make changes however he liked. He thinks of the gunman as Alex, who shoots the blank air and tells Michael to jump to his right. That's how he comes back to reality. Everyone else cheers in joy. It's about time he gets out, but they cannot leave since Victor has put his armed guard outside and has told him to shoot each one of them. Michael has finally unlocked the powers of his subconscious mind, so he asked Tony to open the safe. It is shocking for Victor to see the safe getting open, but no one coming out. Through camera footage, it is shown that the team has gone out through a back door created by Michael with his newly learned powers. His powers reflect what his mind was holding back in its deepest pit, which was an isolated room with a desk loaded with money that has a back door from where he can escape anytime. The squad finally meets up with Alex on the beach, who puts him on a new mission with Michael's father. This time 3 months later, Michael is seen barely surviving, working by his father's side. As they walk together, he tells him he is separating his way as soon as he gets done with this mission. Subscribe to see more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.